uKnowva Admin Panel. The Administrator panel has been introduced in uKnowva so that the actual users of an instance have complete control over it. You can use this panel to customize your instance to your needs. You can access the Administrator panel from My menu. This is the page you see when you click uKnowva Configuration. On the left side, you can see the menu types. The Global Configuration menu is open by default. Whenever you hover the mouse pointer over any option, a short description is displayed for better understanding of what that option does. Global Configuration has settings that affect your entire instance. It has 5 different types of settings that you can change: instance settings, email settings, network settings, knowledge settings, and document and other settings. Instance settings have options using which you can change your instance name, the time zone, set the admin users, enable disable the extension store, etc. You can also enable disable caching and set the cache time. Email settings control the options that affect the mails that are sent to the users from uKnowva. Here you can change the from email and set up the different SMTP options for sending emails. Network settings affect the social intranet. There are options for setting limits to the number of statuses posted, folders and videos shared, max uploads per day, etc. Knowledge settings affect your knowledge forum. You can set the number of uploads per day, the allowed extensions, file type, the number of messages per page, etc. from here. Document and other settings are used to set the file size limit, allowed file types for the documents section. To apply the changed settings, all you have to do is change the required settings and click Save at the bottom of the page. For example, I turn off the caching under Instance Settings. Change the email address to admin@uknowva.com. Under Email Settings, disable photo sharing under Network Settings and click Save. The page is refreshed and the changes are applied. Almost all the features of uKnowva have been implemented and integrated using plugins. Hence, this gives the added flexibility of enabling or disabling any one feature at a time. You can change these settings in the plugin manager. Different features like the Knowledge Forum, Theme Manager, Single Sign-On, etc. have been implemented as plugins. To enable or disable a feature, click the red or green circle beside the feature. To change the access rights, click the name of the feature and make the changes in the pop-up that opens. For example, I want to enable LDAP/AD authentication for only the employees. I click on it and make the changes here as seen and click Save. The application that you install externally, either by yourself or from the extension store, are seen in the Apps Manager. You can enable, disable the apps or change their access settings here. I do not want to give access to project work to employees. So I click Project Work and under Accessible to, I deselect employees and click Save. In Menu Manager, you can change the settings for each menu and submenu individually. You can select the menu type from here and select the menu option you want to edit from the list below. Click the menu option name to change its setting. I click Leave Balance of all users and change the access rights to accessible only to the admin and click Save. You will probably have 2 or 3 user groups using uKnowva. They can be the admin, employees, clients, partners, investors, etc. You can create your user groups in the User Groups Manager and can assign different access rights to each user groups. For example, only the admin should have access to the admin panel. Only the employees will be allowed to share files through downloads. To create a user group, click Add New Group and enter the name and description as seen here. To edit the details of any group, click the name of the group, edit the details as required and click Save. Everyone loves it when they can change the look of their website, profile, etc. This is why uKnowva has introduced the Theme Manager. Here you can change the logo of your instance, the color scheme, and the font style and size. You can also change the background image of your instance. To change your logo, simply click Select to browse your server for the new logo. Select the file and click Insert. To change any of the colors, click the respective box, select the required color or enter its hexadecimal equivalent. Change your background image by again selecting the correct file from the server. Change the font style and size by selecting from the drop-down list. Once you have made all your changes, click Save. uKnowva account is another option that is by default available only to the admin. In uKnowva account, you can view the version of uKnowva that you are running, the number of users on your instance and amount of space you have consumed. uKnowva can be extended in 3 ways from here. When installing locally, you can upload an application that you have created and integrate it with uKnowva. You can upload the file correct uKV file by browsing your system and selecting the file. You can otherwise use the extensions store to download applications readily available. You can also link a third-party application like your email client to uKnowva using this option. Here you can select the menu where you want your application to appear. Enter the title and the URL, set the access rights and click Save.